Hey YouTube, this is TheHoffN'Snoff coming at you with another Yu-Gi-Oh! Related content video, and I'm going to be doing another deck profile on my Battling Boxers because of the new support that came out in Primal Origins, so I hope you guys enjoy. To start off, we're going to be running 3 Battling Boxer Glassjaw. This guy is pretty necessary at 3 in my opinion. If he's targeted for an attack, he's instantly destroyed, but if he's sent to the graveyard as a result of a card effect, you can add 1 Battling Boxer monster in your graveyard except himself to your hand. He's a 2000 hitter and 0 defense. He's a really good card. Definitely run him at 3 to set up combos with Switch Hitter. Alongside that, you're going to be running 3 Switch Hitter. He's a 1500 attack, 1400 defense. If this guy is normal summon, you can special summon 1 Battling Boxer monster in your graveyard to the field, but you can only special summon Battling Boxer monsters for the rest of that turn. Most of the time you're going to be using this effect to special summon Battling Boxer XEs, so that's really not too big of a deal. Definitely run this at 3 to set up combos with Glassjaw. You're going to be running 2 Headgeared. He is a 1000 attack and 1800 defense. If this guy is normal summon, you can search your deck for 1 Battling Boxer monster and send it to the graveyard. Most of the time you're going to be sending something like Counterpunch or Glassjaw in order to set up some of your plays, or if you just need a little bit more attack power. And he also can't be destroyed once per turn if he's in attack position, so he's a really good card. Definitely run him at 2, and if you can, 3. 2 Battling Boxer Spars. This guy could be normal summoned as long as you control another Battling Boxer monster. Or I'm sorry, he could be special summoned as long as you control another Battling Boxer monster. And if you do, you cannot conduct your battle phase for the rest of the turn. There is a loophole around this. If you special summon him during main phase 2, you can still conduct your battle phase previous to that special summon. So it's always good. He's a 1200 attack, 1400 defense, really good card. And as well as Headgeared, if you can run this guy at 3, definitely do it. But I run him at 2 because I don't have enough room. I then run 2 Battling Boxer Veil, or some people might know it as Bailout. He is the new Battling Boxer support for Primal Origins. When you take battle damage, at all, any type of battle damage, you can special summon this card to the field and you gain what you took. So it's really cheap, and I really love this card. So basically you take battle damage, they give you a free monster. And he is a level 4, so you can definitely go into Lead Yoke with him, or Star Cestus if you need it. Or just any rank 4, like, at all, basically. He's 0 attack and 1800 defense. And he's a really good card. Definitely run him at 2. I think he'd be okay at 1, but 2 is very consistent. So if you can run him at 2, run him at 2. 2 Battling Boxer Counterpunches. Like I said before in my previous video, I see him too much at 3, and I don't see him enough at 1. So that's why I put him in here as 2. He's basically an honest for Battling Boxers. If a Battling Boxer monster is attacking or being attacked, you can banish this card from your hand or your graveyard to add 1000 to that Battling Boxer monster that's being attacked or is attacking. So he's a really good card. You're never going to really normal summon this guy, so definitely use this to your advantage, like with the effect of Blaster perhaps. Send him along with Blaster to destroy some of the cards in the field that you don't like. He's 0 attack and 1100 defense. And then I run 1 Battling Boxer Rabbit Puncher to get rid of people's defense position monsters that I don't like. He's a really good card. He's 800, but if he attacks a defense position monster, it's destroyed at the beginning of the damage steps, so basically he can destroy any defense position monster whatsoever. Its effect usually doesn't apply. He's a really good card, and you can use him to XE for Cheat Commissioner, so he's really good. And then another support for Primal Origins, Battling Boxer Big Bandage. Once per turn, this guy can't be destroyed by battle in any position, and you can also, once per turn, target 1 Battling Boxer monster in your banished pile or your graveyard that has a level, and all Battling Boxer monsters you currently control become that level. So this is really good. It's like a whole new era of Battling Boxers. You can, technically you can XZ summon for 2s through 4s, I would say would probably be the most reasonable XEs that you can XE for. I wouldn't really focus too much on 2s because you'd have to run another Big Bandage, or just another level 2 in general. And it's just, I don't know. You can really play with that though, to make it to the point where you can probably special summon, I don't know, anything really, rank wise. But it's a really good card. 1100 attack and 1400 defense. It's actually one of my favorite Battling Boxers. That's it for the Battling Boxer engine. And then for other monsters, I run 2 Goblinberg. If this guy is, or when this guy is normal summoned, you can choose to special summon 1 level 4 or lower monster of any type. And then this card, as a result of this effect resolving, gets changed into defense position. But that's really not too big of a deal because you're going to usually be XCing with this card anyway. So definitely run this guy at 2, maybe even 3 if you can fit him. And then in my previous video I ran 3 Masked Chameleon. We're only going to be running 1 at this point because of how many cards we had to take out and then to put in the new cards that came in. I think Masked Chameleon is kind of fading away from Battling Boxers, which is kind of really disappointing because I really love Synchros, but I don't think you're going to really be able to play Synchros in a Battling Boxer deck anymore. But I'm building a Ghost Trick deck at the moment, and Masked Chameleon does work in a Ghost Trick deck. So I'll probably be adding, eventually, all my Masked Chameleons inside of my Ghost Trick deck, and probably adding Nova Caesar definitely into my extra deck when he comes out. He is an exclusive card, by the way. It really, really sucks. We're not going to get him for a couple more months, along with Shadow. So Shadow and Nova Caesar are not in Primal Origins as of now. They will come out probably within the next 2 to 3 months, but right now we're going to have to just deal with the cards that we have. This is a lot better deck. I have gotten the opportunity to play it a lot since the new cards came out. I got them on the 16th, and it's really, 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 it's a lot more consistent, even with the addition of only 3 extra cards, like 3 extra support cards, so it's really, really good. Anyway, back to the deck profile. Masked Chameleon, you can normal summon, or you cannot normal summon him if there's a level 5 or higher monster on the field. When he is normal summoned, you can target 1 defense of 0 monster inside of your graveyard and special summon it. Its effects are negated, and this is really good because something like Glassjaw or Photon Thrasher, when its effects are negated, it's like Glassjaw still applies in the graveyard, and you can attack with Photon Thrasher even though his effect says he doesn't because it is negated. So you have a 21 hitter with things like that, but you can also sink, so that's why he's in here definitely. I only have 1 in here, therefore I only have 1 synchro. I used to have 3, but you know, he's still a really, really good card if you can fit him in there, and that's why I only run him at 1 right now. Then we got a Photon Thrasher. It's always good to have that special summon, and you can use him for Xyzs and even synchros if you really need it. And then 1 Blaster to get rid of cards that you don't like, kind of like an infinite MST, I would say. And that's it for the monster lineup. And then for the spells, you're still going to be running 3 Mystical Space Typhoon. This is a spam deck. There's really no need to explain why you would run 3 MSTs. Definitely run 3 MSTs, I'm telling you now. And then for some more spells, you're going to be running 2 Warrior Returning Alive, because every card in this deck is a Warrior except Masked Chameleon and Goblinberg. No. Yeah, Masked Chameleon, no, that's not what it is. What is it? Masked Chameleon and Blaster, that's what it is. Masked Chameleon and Blaster are the only 2 cards in here that are not Warriors. Other than that, everything else is Warrior. Definitely run 2 of these. 1 Forbidden Lance and 1 Forbidden Dress. As I said in my previous video, if you have 2 Lance, definitely do that. All I have is 1 Lance and 1 Dress, so that's why I run those 2. 1 Reinforcement of the Army. Like I said, every card in here is a Warrior except Blaster and Masked Chameleon. A Battling Boxer Spirits. What this does is you can send the top card of your deck to your graveyard and then special summon any Battling Boxer monster in your graveyard in defense position. So this is really good if you need an emergency lead yoke or an emergency rank 4 in general. So it's like saying no to a Monster Reborn, basically, is how I think of it. So definitely run at least 1 if you can. Foolish Burial, because it works so good in this deck. 1 Rank Up Magic Namaron's Force, because sometimes you need to negate effects that you really, really don't like. 1 Book of Moon, and 1 Dark Hole, and that is it for the spells. And then for our traps, we're still going to be running 1 Safe Zone, because it is absolutely hilarious when you equip it to some strong monsters like Lead Yoke and Silent Honor Arc. And here is the 3rd and final support card that came out for Battling Boxers, Last Counter. This is a really, really good card. I'm just going to go ahead and read the effect because I kind of forgot it. So when an attack is declared involving a Battling Boxer monster you control and an opponent's monster, negate the attack, and if you do, send that monster you control to the graveyard. Then 1 Battling Boxer monster you control in attack position if you declare the attack. This only applies if you declare the attack. Gains attack equal to the original attack of that opponent's monster. Also, proceed to damage calculation using those monsters. Then you take damage equal to the amount of attack gained from this effect. So, it is a counter trap, so it is spell speed 3. It sounds like, oh, I'm losing a lot of attack, or a lot of life points, but you're really not, because most of the time they're going to be losing more anyway if you use this to your advantage. So, just kind of a little advice, like let's say you attack with anything really. It could be Bailout, which is 0 attack. So you attack with 0 to something like Stardust, let's say. So you attack to Stardust and you use Last Counter. Last Counter, you negate the attack with your Bailout, or your Veil, whatever you want to call it. And then, since you declare the attack, you target one Battling Boxer in attack position, such like Lead Yoke or Battling Boxer Glassjaw, and then they gain as much as that one. So they gain 2,500 in this case because it's Stardust. So you have 4,500 if it's Glassjaw and 4,700 if it's Lead Yoke. And you lose that much, but they also lose the attack of the monster that you had on it before. So they're losing battle damage with this too. So it's really, really good. I really love this card. I would side deck another one if you have it, and just definitely run this card. 1 Bottomless Trap Hole, Staple, 1 Compulsory Evacuation Device, 1 Torrential Tribute, Mirror Force, and 1 Solemn Warning. And those are all pretty much staples. And for my extra deck, it didn't really change too much without, just doesn't really have too much synchros. I do run 1 Stardust, because it is always good to negate the destruction effects of other cards that you don't like. And I would definitely still side deck these two, or keep them, because they are really good synchros, but, you know, we can't run them, so just run 1 Stardust, I would say, and then side deck the other 2. 1 Silent Honor Arc, 1 Pepple Imperative, 1 Gaga Cowboy, 1 Blade Armor Ninja, Maestroke the Symphony Djinn, 1 Hero Champion Excalibur, and this is a new addition to my extra deck, a Hero Champion Kusanagi. This is a really, really good card. I don't know why I never ran this in my deck before. It's 3 level 4 monsters, and once per turn during either player's turn, when a trap card is activated, you can detach 1 extra material from this card to negate it, and this card gains 500. So this card can get all the way up to 4,000 permanently. It's a really, really good card. I don't know why I never ran it before. Definitely put this in your extra deck if you have it. Hero Champion and Kusanagi. It's a really, really good card. And then I added, in addition, another Cheat Commissioner. Because of Big Bandage, you can get him out so much more quickly. And it's really funny when you basically have control of your monsters, your opponent's monsters, because they're going to want to be in defense because they're not going to want to attack your monsters, and that's what this card makes them do. So definitely run 2 if you can. 1 number 105 Battling Boxer Star Cestus, 1 number C105 Battling Boxer Comet Cestus, and then 3 Lead Yokes, of course, because that is your ace card. So that is it for this deck profile. I will be back again with this deck again when the new cards come out that are exclusive, which are Nova Caesar and Shadow, for probably a final deck profile on Battling Boxers. This is my favorite deck. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please comment and subscribe, and tell me what you think of this deck in general. Thanks a lot for watching, and this is TheHoffN'Snoff, out.